Hey everyone, Tony D and Little Joan here on a Screenwriter's Rant. We're going to take a look at The Old Guard, starring Charlize Theron. And this is based on a graphic novel, which it sounds vaguely familiar, but the basic premise is you got a squad of guys led by Charlize, and these guys can like regenerate like Wolverine. They can't be killed, and it's about them recruiting the new girl who's got the superpower. Um, and apparently they're also immortal, so they've lived hundreds of years. So you've got that whole point of it, and so here they show her regenerating, and so it's kind of like vampires, but they're not. It's a little like Valiant's. What the heck was that character? There were the three immortal brothers. The fat guy, the little guy, and then the guy who was like he was like the endless soldier. I can't think of the name of the title, but it's kind of like that. Only it's a group. So eventually, over the years, people finally figure out. Even though they're hiding and erasing selfies, over the years, they find it harder and harder to hide, and they come to get them, and eventually they're looking to kidnap one of the guys, and see, here's a flashback to the past. uh, I don't know if any of these guys are historical, but we'll see. But you can see it's lots of action, blam blam blam. So it looks like a fun movie. um, and it's called The Old Guard. And I don't remember this graphic novel at all. I wonder who published it. um, but looks solid, on Netflix, and the date is July 20th. So first act probably going to be uh, you know the group of the way they set it up, and they kind of spoil it in the trailer, but the way they set it up, you got this like SEAL Team 6, and they get ambushed, they get bullet ridden, and the guys come over to check them out, and then they all get up because they can't be killed that way, and then they turn the tables, and that's how you know that they're kind of indestructible. Um, so and then the first act, they meet the new girl. They find out, oh, here's another one of us. We got a recruiter, so we could add her to the team and keep doing good for the world. Um, but then in the second act, things start to go awry. Like they realize that they're being set up and hunted because, their genetic markers can, I don't know, make people immortal, I guess, or heal people. And the guy who's the villain was the villain on what the hell is the name of that show? Firefly. He was one of the villains on Firefly. So he's a really good. He's a really good heavy. That actor, I don't know his name. So then in the second act, they're hunting them, and eventually they catch one of them, and probably the young girl has to sort of come to terms with all the, battle or whatever, and Charlize, teaches her, and she becomes cool fighting warrior monk or whatever the heck they are, and they save their friend and stop the evil organization. And it's like five against an army, so they're like an army because they can't be killed. So it should be fun, kind of actiony thing. It's good to see a solid premise. Charlize is a good action hero. She's proved herself well, and she tends to pick projects where it makes sense for women. It's unlike, I think, some of the something like Charlie's Angels, which not as believable at all. Really kind of just dumb in my view. I think Charlize, I think she has gravitas. She can pull that off better than most female actresses. Number one, so she is an action star, I think. But number two, I think she picks roles that make sense for a female character. So it's not like you're overburdening the character to the point where you had this skinny hot chick throwing big burly guys around, because that it can easily go too far in Hollywood. But like, see, this movie, it's perfect because she's got superpowers, so you can explain it like that. She's stronger than a regular woman, and so the fact that she's probably hundreds of years old doesn't hurt either. She like is a master of like many martial arts and all that good stuff. So, I think she picks pretty good roles in general. She doesn't always pick these roles, but Atomic Blonde, that's another one that worked well for her. She just picks good roles, ones that fit her as an actress, and she's pretty versatile. She has a great range, let's be honest. So I didn't mean to turn this into a love letter to Charlize, but she's good. She's good at what she does. She's got a good look in this movie, and I'm glad to see her back in something cool. The Old Guard, coming to Netflix in July, right, Doggy? Yeah, Doggy's excited.